No,
Oh,
but you can hear me.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
What the hell?
Um, my volume's up. So, oh, I hear you now.
Your volume was not up.
It was.
Nah, it was muted. There's no way.
I don't know, but it's up now, and you're up now.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Happy Monday. How are you?
Good.
Yeah,
Doing well. Can't
I'm
complain.
good as well. It's a long day,
Yeah.
but happy to be talking some football at the
Good.
end of the night.
Happy to be here. Happy to
Yeah, man.
talk ball with you.
Uh, little AFC NFC South preview today. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think next step in our
Beautiful.
series of covering all the teams, a little preseason preview. Got some people joining right now. Thank you guys. Stick with us.
Sweet. Yeah, we can kind of just take it easy as we get some people, and then we'll jump right into it.
Yeah.
Once we got a little bit of going on, but I don't know if you've seen anything new as of like today or yesterday, but the Aaron Donald rumors just keep getting hotter,
They
man.
are swirling. I honestly can't wait to talk about the West because of that.
Yeah, no, they're getting hotter, man. And honestly, there's no way he just doesn't come back. I mean, I know it seems like everybody wants him back for week one, and I don't think that that's a stretch based on the most recent rumors, but I think that there's at the minimum a world where the Rams make the playoffs. He's
Yeah.
going to be
No,
he's 100% going to be
I'm
playing.
quite excited uh, about if he does come back. That'll just be so fun, dude. I
So
mean, could you
fun.
imagine?
So fun. Bro, I also didn't realize too, maybe you would know more than me, but uh he's only been retired for like 2 years. He hasn't been out that long.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
very interesting.
No, Owen, what's going on, kid? Good to have you back. Um, yeah, dude. No, it would be crazy because look, they lost Jared Verse right in the trade, but you pick up Miles Garrett, who's a way better player still,
Mhm.
even though he's a lot older. You still have Braden Fisk. You still have Byron Young. You still have Kobe Turner, and then you get fucking Aaron Donald in there, dude. Are you
Dude,
kidding me? I forget his name,
even
but the
dude,
young
just
pass
Aaron
rusher
Donald.
from Michigan a couple years ago. They have a stable. They have a fucking stable.
Bro, just Aaron Donald and Miles Garrett alone. You're talking two Hall of Famers.
Alone. That's all you need. That's all you really need to say.
That's it. That's the thing that's gonna suck for Aaron Donald is that if he comes back, he has to wait another 5 years. At least like he was almost halfway
Yeah, but
there.
he's guaranteed. Like it is a
No, I know.
guarantee.
Yeah. Do you think that not that we have to talk about this for like too long, but do you think that there's any way if he was to come back for the next 2 years that he would tarnish himself just a little bit? Not saying that he wouldn't make the Hall of Fame, but maybe as an undoubtable first rounder or first ballot Hall of Famer, maybe he'd be a second.
No, no. I think
Like
he's
there's
done
nothing
enough.
he could do. There's nothing
I
he could
don't
do.
think there's anything he could do because let's say he's ass. Like that's it. He's not gonna do 2 years.
Yeah.
And let's say when they win a Super Bowl, he's be like, oh, yeah, all right, I'm done. I did it. I did my thing, and then that's it. Pablo,
Yeah.
what's going on, man? Roll Tide. He said he's excited for the college season. So am I,
I
dude.
don't I don't blame him, man. I get it. I'm excited for college football. I just want to see football, man.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not a huge college guy, but like, I'm getting more and more into it every year, and I'm very, very excited.
But also too, like I think this year more than ever for somebody like yourself to be excited about college football is just because of how good this draft is supposed to be
Oh
next year.
God, that's the
So
dude. I
so you
can't
have to pay
wait.
attention this year.
I'm like, I mean, I'm a stock exchange watcher, but I am a draft addict, bro. Like,
Yeah,
at this point, I am excited for college football for the draft conversations that we're gonna
yeah,
have.
100%. I want to know if CJ Carr is coming out because there's rumors about that, but he's still so young. Like last year was his first full year starting, so I can't see him coming out. What's going to happen with Trinidad Chambliss, Arch, Julian Sane, Dante Moore, right? There's eyes besides the quarterbacks. Dylan Stewart, Colin Simmons.
Oh my god.
Who's the kid from Texas that the wide receiver out of there? Cam Coleman, is
Yeah,
that what his name
dude.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of good
yeah.
guys out there right now, man.
Alex says panicking after taking Hampton in second round after what McDaniel said, which I don't know if you saw, but McDaniel said that he wants a three-back rotation every game.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that will hurt O'Marion's stock.
Yeah,
Um,
not great.
I don't know if that'll even be true, but you kind of have to look at what happened in Miami. But maybe he's trying to do what happened in San Francisco before they had CMC, where like it was a bit more of a rotation and everybody ate. Remember like the Matt Breida days and the Elijah Mitchell days, like where they swapped on and off a bunch. Um, I don't know if I was going to take Omarion in round 2 anyways, but yeah, we'll get into some more fantasy talk as we get a lot closer, and
sure.
we have everything all set up for our Meadowlands league, which the link will be set out to everybody who's joining that this year with us.
Hell
So
yeah,
that will
dude.
be live streamed, the draft for that, and then they'll go weekly updates. But I'm making my board, that my annual the ADP board that I do every year. So I'll be sending that out and posting that one for you guys if you wanted to. So stay with us for the fantasy talk, Alex. My condolences though, brother.
You guys are gonna realize that JJ is much more of a football nerd than you guys have realized yet. Guy comes out with a fantasy board every.
And not the well, it's not a board. It's not like I go through every player and I rank them myself. But I got to be ready. I got to have a strategy.
You gotta be ready, man. I get it. I'm with you.
Simeon's asking, how do you join the league? Simeon, we are 12 out of 12 spots filled at this point. Sam, it's sleeper, so if we can get one more guy, I would let Simeon and someone else in if you want to do 14, but the teams would be very, very stretched at that point.
That's the thing. We just have to figure out like what kind of quality teams. I've always felt that 12 is the sweet spot. You just gotta be quicker than that, man. Sorry,
Pablo, though, reaching out to Simeon, our community joining together. He said he's got one room in his. What a generous guy there,
yes.
Pablo. But
Oh, nice.
again, like if this is a hit, we're only doing one league this year because we wanted to kind of test the waters and see how it goes. But if this hits, we are very much open to doing a couple leagues. Maybe I'm in one, Sammy's in the other, and then somehow we do like a face-off amongst the 2 leagues for the total championship. But Simeon will also be doing a pick'ems league and a survivor pool, so stay tuned for that. I'll be setting that up and sending the link out if you want to join that as well, just for some bragging rights. Who should my first 2 picks be? Pick 11.
Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall.
Honestly, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. Oh man, I don't know if I have that up yet. My board's not complete, but at that spot, I could look real quick.
This must be a comment while you're looking for that, going a little far back than I must have missed. But this guy Dale said, "We still on the Trinidad train. Let's go."
Sammy,
I don't want Trinidad like that anymore, man. I'm kind of I'm emotionally hurt because he didn't want to come out when he should have. The Jets could have gotten him in the second round instead of now wasting a first on him. Not doing it. I don't know. He's going to be interesting to watch though this year. While JJ is getting that set up as well, just to get us started preview-wise, JJ and I are going to go through the AFC South and the NFC South today. If you missed our first episode, it is on YouTube, and we have a bunch of clips out, TikTok and Instagram, from when we went through the AFC and NFC East. We started with our favorite teams. We're going to go to the South and just do a nice little clockwise loop. We'll go to the West and then end with the North in the next 2 weeks. So today we're going to go through the Titans, Colts, Jaguars, Texans, and then for the NFC, wow, what a shit show, the Panthers, Falcons, Saints, and Buccaneers. So this should be a fun one.
I'm trying to. I'll get back to you on that comment honestly, because I can't. I do it off of Fantasy Pros. That's how that's where I get my information to construct it, because they do a great job of configuring ADP amongst platforms. But Greg, I'll get back to you on that one. Like and follow it, and I'll DM you maybe my opinion, or just do like a little mock draft video or stream or something in about a week.
Yes, sir.
So guys, I followed you. Let me know the info. Thank you. Oh, Simeon follow Pop. Dude, look at our people coming together in the comments, guys. We have a lot of people in here right now that maybe we haven't had before. If you're new to us, like and follow at the beginning of this. Stay with us. Again, we do a lot of fantasy talk as well. We're just trying to cover all these teams before the season gets going. But I know drafts are happening. Drafts are coming up. So, and I'm in a bunch of leagues myself. So I want to, talk about this and get some opinions from you guys as well. So we will go over all this
DJ is a whore for fantasy football.
I really am, dude. I am going to be so like hedging my happiness in every single game. I'll have AJ Brown and then be going against AJ Brown in 2 different leagues. I'll be like pulling my hair out, man.
I
But
have no idea what to do. Yeah.
it'll be good. I love football season. I can't wait. And the best
Yo, thanks for the likes, pal.
the best part of the fucking fantasy football is the draft. So why not get involved in many drafts as you can, right?
Best. I get it. All right, man. Let's jump into it.
Yeah.
I want to start with the AFC South because we have two teams that are pretty interesting for multiple reasons. So I'm going to leave those two for the end. I'm going to go with who I think is going to win the division this year. We can start off with them. Jacksonville Jaguars. Why did I get live restricted for some audiences? Oh, it's probably because I think that's because I
Don't say
got
it
it
again.
wrong. Yeah, I called you that. All right. This is ridiculous, man. I feel like they're always watching me.
That's crazy. You called me that and you get flagged.
Whatever.
We'll learn. We'll learn.
Jacksonville Jaguars, baby. Let's go through
Dude, yeah. I mean, what can you say? They had coming out of the season, they finished so strong and they made a playoff push, lost disappointingly against the Bills in a really, really, really good game, and then had a very weird offseason highlighted by their lackluster draft. Coming off our fantasy draft heels talk, but yeah, they were not anybody's favorite by any means. They had a late second round pick, so that didn't help, and then they took the reach of the draft to everybody's opinion. I do love them coming back and getting Pregnon to add to this offensive line that I think was pretty solid. Right now, initially, he's not listed as a starter, but I believe that will change. No shade to Ezra Cleveland or Patrick McCarry, but I liked Pregnon a lot. You knew that. I was going to be totally fine with him at 38, I think our pick was. So I really think that might be the only draft pick I'm excited for. I do. Oh, Albert Regis as well. I think can be a really good addition to this defensive line.
Also, don't forget though that this is a team that, like you said, dude, the second half of the season especially, they were playing lights out. Like they were one of the scarier teams in the league. And something that excites me for them personally is the fact that Liam Cohen was a first-time head coach last year, and starting with the whole Duval meme, like it started out as bad as it could have. Nobody really knew what to expect out of him, but he turned this team into a legit playoff contender. And even Trevor Lawrence really started to show like the quarterback he was supposed to be all this time. So I'm excited for them. I think that this is going to be a really good team. I don't think that much of their division is really competitive outside of the obvious Texans, which we'll get into next. Besides the defense, who knows what's going to happen with C.J. Stroud? So I feel like this is Jacksonville's division to lose.
I mean, I really like this team, especially. I mean, from a starter standpoint, I know that's not really. We know that the winner is usually the least injured team, so I understand that's a little interesting. But from a starter perspective, I really, really like this team. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Travis Hunter coming back from injury, because he got injured in the point of the season where you didn't really know what to make of what he was doing, his production, and then also how they were using him. Like I think the way they were using him was about to change, and we didn't get to see that. Because I remember him going off in London, and then I'm pretty sure it was the next game that he got hurt, and we missed out on some exciting football from him. But also, like, can he handle the workload, especially coming off an injury, if they really are committing to both sides still? But other than that,
What's the deal with him now? Like, is he? Because I remember seeing something that he's going to be like a heavy majority one way. Was that offense or defense?
Coming out, I believe they were saying that it was going to be offense. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but and moonlighting him as a corner. But I feel like, are you saying coming out of the draft or coming out for this season?
I feel like coming out of the draft, I saw something, but I am looking back just on like the regular news headlines on ESPN, just like scrolling a little bit. And 7 months ago, so pretty much right after the season ended, it seems like the Jaguars were staying true that he was going to be playing both ways still.
Yeah, no, they're still committed to both ways. Last I saw, but coming out of the draft, I think everybody's opinion was that it would be easier to do corner full time and then moonlight receiver.
Right.
But I think coming out of this year, they're trying to flip it, which to me is interesting. But interesting to see how that's going to go. But again, their corner depth, he really is important for that corner depth. He's less
Yeah.
important for the receiver depth. I mean, that group, once they got Jacoby Myers especially, balled out. And BTJ is said to be looking really promising again in preseason.
Dude, if he could be good again, like that would be. I mean, this is a really. He is the like not hidden gem. What's the word I'm thinking about? Like
Sleeper?
a kind of sleeper, I guess. He
Yeah.
has to be great. Is my point. If
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
good,
yeah.
then this is a legit wide receiving core. If he's not, then I don't want to rely on Parker Washington and Jacoby Myers. Like they're fine.
They're
But
fine. Yeah, I mean
they're
Parker
fine.
really really stepped up, and Jacoby's really reliable. I mean, he's always been that really solid number two.
Yeah.
Um,
No disrespect to those players, just the fact that it makes your life so much easier when you have a legit wide receiver one threat, and it
oh
makes
yeah.
their jobs easier.
Well,
You know.
I think the wide receiver one threat should, and if he can stay healthy, will be Travis Hunter, and then BTJ, because not that he didn't do a lot of different things, but like a lot of what he did his rookie year was these big explosive plays, almost like a take the top off, but not that he's this speedster, but just like, someone that commands attention. Which I think if he can fit into if Travis Hunter can stay healthy and this can be a four deep wide receiver core, and all BTJ does is has to get in where he fits in and continue to be that big play guy, I think he's gonna have a really good year.
Okay. Defensively, I like where they're at too. I love Josh Hines Allen, man. Love watching him play. He's great. Um, that's pretty much it. He's my favorite player on that team.
I wanted him in the draft when we took Daniel Jones over Josh Allen, Josh Hines Allen. Now I
I was
was
gonna say Josh Allen at that time. Yeah,
absolutely pissed.
yeah, I'm
So
sure.
pissed. But that front four, front five, again, however deep they're gonna roll is really exciting. I like Ruka Oro in a depth spot. I like Dennis Gardeck in a depth spot. Albert Regis as a rookie to kind of swap in. He's a bit of a tweener D tackle, which I think helps. And Eric Armstead is on the older side of NFL player at this point, so I think those two can kind of try to serve as a contingency plan. But overall, I really love that group.
Yeah. Did you want to go through the offensive line, or do you want to move on to the next team?
Absolutely. Let's go to the offensive line.
All right, cool.
Cole
Cole
Van
Van
Halen,
Landen?
I will give a check to. He did some nice things, and beat out Walker Little, who was basically given the starting job, and then he took it from him. So guy's a dog. I'll give it to him.
As a dog. Blissett is out right now. Not sure why or what that means, but
It's all right. It's the preseason. I'm not going to weigh that too heavy.
Yeah.
Ezra, I'm going to give a. I don't know. I don't know. Look, it's Ezra Cleveland. You kind of know he's a career backup, career depth guy, and can still do some nice things within a starting spot. But I'd kind of be surprised if Pregnon doesn't come and take that spot from him. So I'll give him an X.
all right.
Robert Hainsey, I'll give a check to. He's been a very serviceable starter after being a backup in Tampa to start his career. Patrick McCarry, I'll pass. I don't want to throw too much shade at these Jacksonville guards, but I just think you could upgrade. Obviously, I think it's too late to at this point. There's not that many guys out there left to go get, but I just think there's a better group of guards in the league. So I'll pass on both these guards, and then I'll give a huge check to Anton Harrison. That guy has been a real bright spot on this Jags offense.
Huge check. Yeah, that guy's got some hair, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's your Jacksonville Jaguars, folks. I'll move on to the second team in our division, Houston Texans. That would be my number two for the AFC South. Their defense is so freaking good. I mean, you can't say enough good things. Is it DeMeco Ryan? DeMarco Ryan? DeMeco, yeah. That has done such a great job, not only as a head coach, but getting this defense at the level where it's at. I mean, they just look ferocious. If I was an NFL team at any point in the postseason, that's probably the last team I want to face.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Just because of their defense.
Basically, it was. That's what they did. They abused teams until C.J. Stroud absolutely imploded against the Patriots, and
Oh my
and
god.
just yeah, I mean, what could you do at that point?
They're so good. I mean, just going through it, right? Just listing out some names for you, right? Will Anderson Jr., Tommy Tagali,
Togi
right?
eye.
Togi, sorry. Sheldon Rankin, Danielle Hunter. Danielle's such a funny name. I'm not going to say Henry's last name, but to
Oh,
go to him.
I always forget how to say it too. When I hear it, it makes
Yeah.
so much sense, and then when I can't,
Yeah.
I can never say it.
Aziz Al Shair, EJ Speed, Derek Stingley Jr., so good. Reed Blankenship, he's new.
Yep.
Kalen Bullock, Kamari Lassiter, and Jalen Petre.
Dude, I mean those.
Petrie?
Except for Togiai and Henry and EJ Speed, which all those guys. Henry has been paid at this point, so like he kind of is, and EJ Speed's bounced around a little bit. But all those guys are household names.
Yeah.
You have basically a starting defensive household names. That is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like,
and two depth pieces that really excite me. Cade McDonald, number one. Crazy pick by the Texans this year's draft. Number two, Jadeveon Clowney coming home.
And Logan Hall. Don't forget Logan Hall. Like,
whatever.
Marte Mapu is great. I mean, dude, there's people all around. Mario Edwards Jr. Come on. Aiden Fisher, Taki, like this is crazy.
Even Kamari Ramsey, dude. Kamari Ramsey was like I wouldn't say a highly sought after day three pick, but
I wanted him.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was high up on some people's boards for being a day three pick.
This is a crazy defense. Like, really they once again have the opportunity to be one of the best defenses in the league, like without even missing a beat. And Will Anderson just got paid. Daniil just got re-upped for another year. Sheldon is still kicking strong. Like, I can't believe what is going on. You pay Reed Blankenship, you pay Derek Stingley, like Kalen Bullock, you pay Jalen Petre. Kalen Bullock and Kamari Lassiter are gonna get broken off, no doubt. And you have MJ Stewart. Like, dude, I have the depth chart in front of me. There's so many household names on this team. And then you add in Caden McDonald.
Do you think that Danielle Hunter goes by Danielle because he doesn't want to be called Danielle, even though that's how his name is spelled?
No, I don't know what his background is, but I assume it's some pronunciation for like culture purposes.
I don't think so. I mean, with all due respect, if it's true, I don't.
You're gonna tell him how to pronounce his name?
I'm gonna tell him your name's Danielle, pal. And I will say that confidently with you in front of me.
I loved him, dude. I loved him so much when he's on the Vikings, and it's
so good.
I feel like he's been playing forever, and he's still just so good.
Yeah. I mean, again, it makes it easy when like you're playing for the Texans defense that we just went through, which is absolutely stacked. But so yeah, he's playing out of his mind.
Like, but let's just Jalen Petre they drafted, Kamari Lassiter they drafted, Kalen Bullock they drafted, Derek Stingley, Henry, Will Anderson, like Jadeveon Clowney at some point. I mean, not this regime, but at some point, and Caden McDonald are all people drafted by this team, and that's like more than half of it. It's crazy.
I could not imagine my team having that many draft hits. I wish.
It's absolutely crazy. The offensive side of the ball, I'll let you talk about for a second if you want.
Not great. It's actually okay.
It's okay, but like the
fine.
excitement you get from the defense, it is a little deflating to look at this offense.
Sure, but it's only deflating because, and we'll get into this right now, like what's going on with CJ Stroud. And it's interesting too because now he's getting to the point where he's going to need a contract. So you don't want to call it a prove it year, but it basically is. He just was so hot when he came into the league. It looked like he was going to run away as the best quarterback to play football. And then all of a sudden, it looks lost. A lot of people will say, or at least from what I've seen like on social media, a lot of people think that it has to do with how bad his offensive line play has been, and he's just taking too many hits that it's messing him up mentally. But I don't know how you go from being so good to so bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly. You could say his second year, it was Nico Collins and who, because Tank Dell was injured.
That's fair.
But CJ's taken steps back every year, but I wouldn't say that he's a bad quarterback yet.
No.
I think if he comes back, although I think he's in a spot where if he comes back and he plays really well again, it puts the Texans in an interesting spot on how they pay him. Because I'm not saying that he's like Daniel Jones, but like Daniel Jones got paid at the peak of his powers by the Colts now and the Giants, and after years of bad play, and it just puts the team in an interesting spot when you sandwich two really bad years in between two really good years like CJ did, and when one was a rookie too. Like I don't want to say it was just beginner's luck, but like he did almost catch lightning in a bottle, and he just hasn't found a way to recapture it yet.
Yeah, it's a shame, honestly.
But the rest of this offense, I mean, the offensive line is kind of piecework together, especially this year in free agency. You know, they brought in Braden Smith, they brought in Wyatt Teller, they brought in Trent Brown was brought back, I believe. Ed Ingram, they drafted Kalen Rutledge, who I'm excited about. So Arion Ursary in the second year starting. So this offensive line, like it will be interesting to see how they do. Like it's almost like the complete opposite of the defensive line in that perspective, where like you are so excited by every single member on the defensive line on this team, and then the offensive line, you're like, yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of I guess we'll sees. Kalen Rutledge, though, I'll say that was somebody that I was intrigued in for the Jets because they, Josh Myers is a center right now, so I just had my eye on a couple of people throughout the draft, and he was one of them. So. I mean, look, it's the center position. Not to say that it's not important, but it's not going to hold it down. You know what I mean?
Well,
but hopefully,
the interesting part about it is, I'm sorry, never mind. I thought they had him listed at guard here. No, they have him at center. Yeah, but I think he was a guard, and then they drafted him to play center. Although I could be. Do you remember that?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but interior O-line is somewhat interchangeable now.
It is interchangeable a little bit, but like there if you can snap really well, then that goes a long way. But I forget if he played guard and was drafted to play center, or if that's just Jake Slaughter who was drafted for center or drafted as a center and then is going to play guard for the Chargers. I can't remember if Kalen is just like the inverse of that.
I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Kalen Rutledge was a center.
Well, I don't know.
But I shouldn't say that because the Jets were also in need of guard technically because I didn't know what was going to happen with John Simpson, so maybe that's why I knew his name as well. I'm going to look it up.
Well, while you look that up, I'll talk about the receiver core here in the skill group in total because it is interesting. They traded for David Montgomery, which they have him listed as the starter, but I'm really excited about what he marks in year 2 because he did great for what for a rookie especially. And on a team that kind of had some trouble up front and some trouble running the ball, with some injuries and some young guys in the receiver core last year and a quarterback that was finding his way in C.J. Stroud. But other than Woody and I think they're going to make a great 1-2 punch, but it is going to be interesting to see who the starter is. But Nico Collins...
He was a Georgia Tech guard, by the way. Huh? Interesting. He was a Georgia Tech guard, by the way. You're right.
It's weird. Come on, man. Steel trap up here. It's a steel trap.
Steel trap.
Nico Collins, Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins, Tank Dell, Xavier Hutchinson. This is a fun group. I mean, Nico Collins
good if they can stay healthy.
Stud. Tank Dell looks great. Have you seen the videos of him running?
No.
Dude, he looks like he never broke his leg. And he kind of looks bigger. Like he looks like he's got a lot of muscle on him now, for his size, of course. But like he looks quick and twitchy, and he's coming out of breaks well. In the videos that I've seen, and then you surround him by huge receivers like Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins, Xavier Hutchinson. Like, dude, I'm excited about this receiving core.
Yeah, no, I mean it could be great. It's just CJ Stroud.
I know. That's the big question.
Could this be a Tua Tagovailoa situation?
Well, here's the thing. His OC his first 2 years was Bobby Slowick, who I believe is now in Miami, but he's of the like Kyle Shanahan tree where it's the O-line in that scheme can be hidden by the scheme itself, and he was great as a rookie, but then he like fell off not that he fell off huge. He still had like some good flashes as a second year guy, but now in his third year, he was absolutely not the guy he was.
Not the guy.
So I I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know about him.
Look up his stats. Let's just look just for fun.
I was on the train of
64.
like after his rookie year, I was even after his second year, I was like, this guy's gonna be a really good quarterback. He deserves to get paid. But now, I don't know. And maybe it's just highlighted so much by his absolute collapses in the playoff. But
It's also, but it's just. I mean, I guess actually last year wasn't as bad as at least on paper. 63.9% completion percentage, 4,100 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in his rookie season.
yeah,
Damn. And then his sophomore year was noticeably worse than. Actually, no, it's kind of relative. So sophomore year and then junior year for him is 63.2% completion, 3,700 yards, 20 TDs, 12 interceptions. And then last year was 64.5% completion, just over 3,000 yards. So way, like, yards are going down, man. TDs at 19 and interceptions at 8. So his rating is still decent, though. It's in the 90s. Obviously you want him to be in the hundreds, but
yeah,
um,
yeah, man. But he is the linchpin for this team. I honestly don't even think that's. You know what? I don't even know if that's true though. If I'll be honest, I think this defense has the frame to like take this team far.
buddy, but we already saw this, though. You're not wrong, but I'm saying, like, you can't have a quarterback just
No,
toss
no,
cookies.
you can't. But if
know?
C.J. Stroud can play as good as he once was in a playoff stretch, which is obviously harder to do. Every team is really good in the playoffs, but like if he can find that magic for like a game here and there, a little. Not look. If he didn't absolutely implode against the Patriots, they would have played the Broncos and Jarrett Stidham in the AFC Championship.
Dude, just the fact that the Patriots not only had the easiest schedule in NFL history last year, but the fact that their playoff schedule was just a joke.
Chargers
Get
O
into the
line,
schedule. Ridiculous.
yeah, Chargers O line, and fucking C.J. Stroud implosion, and then Jarrett Stidham.
Actually, CJ Stroud actually being just handing them the game, and then Jared Stidham in a freaking blizzard, like
Yeah, dude.
brutal.
If he
So
didn't
annoying.
absolutely implode, they would have made the AFC Championship because of that defense, and they would have tortured Jarrett Stidham in a snowstorm.
You're
And they would have
probably
been in
right.
the Super Bowl, and he would have had his worst season by a long shot as a
No,
quarterback.
his sophomore year was worse, I think.
No, I think
No,
as a whole, again, maybe it's highlighted by how bad he was in the playoffs because
yeah.
the Steelers were hanging on way too long in that game because C.J. Stroud kept giving them the football.
No, 100%. That was brutal. But I think as a season, like as a whole, when I'm looking at it, his numbers really aren't that bad.
Yeah, but I don't
Like
know.
I would love this.
I remember
Personally, I
every
would love
game
this as a
looking very
quarterback.
like feeling very disjointed and rough and
Yeah.
just not good.
The Jets are gonna trade for him in a franchise of mine that I do. I'll make it happen. Don't you worry about it. Oh man. All right, let's go through this O line for you, and then we'll move on to the next team.
Ursary, I'll give him a check. He's look. Not my checks aren't like these are A, B guys. It means that these are serviceable guys, and you know,
Right. Yay or nay, right?
yeah, it's a yay or nay. I give a yay to Ursary. I like Wyatt Teller from Cleveland. He
I
had a
like
bit of a
Wyatt Teller,
downturn, but I think he's still got some juice in him, so I'm gonna give him a check for sure. Keelan Rutledge, I am excited about. You know, I think we both would have been happy if we got him on our teams in the draft, so I will give him a check. Ed Ingram, thumbs down. Braden Smith, a check. I mean, I believe they switched him to right tackle after he played left tackle in Indy, but which is interesting, but I don't think that's gonna matter as much as people think it will. I know some people are very much like once they are established in the league, don't switch sides because it's a lot more difficult. Because I do understand like the footwork is different and you know you have certain ways that you move and adjust, and I know it's different from right to left, and that does matter. But I think he'll persevere through that. And if he couldn't do it, then they wouldn't ask him to do it because they paid him. They brought it in. They paid him. I think they know he can do this. So I'll give him a check.
You heard it here first, folks. The Houston Texans are JJ's Super Bowl team this year.
I mean, I think they're the division winners.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I
Look at
know
us
you
going
said the
head to
Jags.
head.
I think it's this team.
Dude.
Dude, you want to go over the defense again? I mean, the Jags are
No,
fun.
the defense is great.
Jags are nice.
Defense is
But,
great.
like,
Defense is great, dude. I worry about CJ Stroud's play. That's all.
I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand.
All right, on to team 3. You want option A or option B? I'm leaving one of them for the back end because both of these are fun.
Are you leaving the Titans for last? Because most people always leave the Titans for last.
Let's do that. We're going to the Colts.
Just pissed off some
Nope,
Titans
but now I
fan.
am. The Colts are fun for us as Jets and Giants fans because not only are we watching to see what the hell is going on with Daniel Jones,
For
but
me.
also too, this is my. I need this team to go 0-16.
This is much more important, by the way. for
I
you.
need this team to go 0-17. We need them to go 0 for bad. You know what? Forget about the first half of last season. Let's just continue where we left off. You know. But honestly, another like pretty decent team that's built. The only problems right now that they've been in the news about is their wide receivers are not so great. Alex Pierce is hurt, and so is Josh Downs. So their top 2 wide receivers are not healthy right now. I don't know what the severity of those injuries are, but they're definitely not playing at this moment. So I'll tell you what, man, that 80 Mitchell trade's starting to look a little stupid. You know.
I mean,
They still have Tyler Warren.
He was never going to find his footing in Indy, so it's good that he's getting a fresh shot.
He's exactly what he's supposed to be.
Well, look, let's DJ. All reports are that DJ isn't looking like he just had an Achilles injury last season, so that's good for him. Honestly, really, really good for him. Let's see if he can make the most of after getting his bag this time. Jonathan Taylor just re-upped. Good for him. I mean, he's one of the best in the league, so that's not a surprise. I think it's well deserving. Alec Pierce, I did not like how much money they gave him. I wouldn't have extended him if I was Chris Ballard, but I'm not Chris Ballard. So I expected some team to overpay him in free agency. I didn't expect it to be the Colts again. But what are you going to do? I love Josh Downs. I think he's a great, serviceable player. I'm not trying to go through the whole roster here, but like, I think it is important to touch on these guys specifically because they let Pittman walk for nothing. They just shipped him out of town like he was a bag of hot trash. Just gave a 7th round, got a 7th round pick, but who cares? Like, it was already on your books. It's not like it really affected who you signed and what you did. So I don't really know why they did that. But it leaves a lot of Alec Pierce and Josh Downs to carry now.
They gave Alec Pierce 4 years at $114 million.
Yeah, and look, the number isn't always what it looks like, but like still, like I'm still under the impression that Alec Pierce is very much very much like a deep threat. I'm not saying he can't do other things. Maybe he can, but like I think
that's Alec Pierce calling it. Tell you shut up right now.
I'm not picking up because I'm gonna
Watch your mouth,
keep on going. I don't agree with their perception of him, and I think they're going to regret this signing. And to put all those targets now on Alec Pierce to fit in that role more of like a traditional receiver, I don't think it's going to work.
On a positive, more upside, Tyler Warren had himself a nice little rookie year. 112 targets. He had 76 catches in those 112 targets for last year. Over 800 yards. Only 4 touchdowns, but you were dealing with the iffy quarterback play once DJ went down. But a decent freshman season nonetheless. So it should be exciting for Colts fans to see him back in action. Speaking of quarterback play, if you didn't see this recently, Anthony Richardson is looking to be off the Colts team soon. It seems like from a couple of different reports that he's played his last snap. Why? What's going on?
Just the way you said that. Just so casual. Anthony Richardson is looking to be off the Colts soon, and then he just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
That's true, right?
So casual.
Look, man, it's the business. You know what I mean?
No, it is. It was just great. I thought it was just great. Yeah.
I have a question for you though, because I had a buddy of mine was talking today, and he asked me how I felt about the Jets getting Baker Mayfield, like if that was to be a thing, and I said no, like I don't. That doesn't make any sense for us. I'd rather just have
Oh,
Geno.
you
Like
mean
that's the
Ryan
bridge guy.
Fitzpatrick 12 years later?
Right, exactly. However, if there was an opportunity to get Anthony Richardson, I think I'd be interested for cheap. Like this is the Justin Fields conversation all over again, and
Yeah.
it's only because he's 24
Yeah.
and he's bigger. But
Yeah,
like, would you
but
agree with that? Disagree? What do you think?
yeah, but obviously as a backup.
Right. No, not to get any substantial playing time. And this is even just for the Jets. Like, if there are certain teams, like honestly, even the Steelers, dude. I know based on the offseason right now, or the preseason, I should say, a lot of fans are excited about Drew Aller. It seems like he's having a really good preseason. But what's stopping them from calling the Colts? Or if he gets, even if it's a hypothetical, he gets cut.
Yeah.
There are teams out there that are going to pick up Anthony. The 49ers, bro. The Vikings.
Yes, no, teams are going to pick him up. I mean,
100%.
we've seen that
Miami?
for years. Teams hang on to their priors about a first-round pick or a second-round pick and give them chance after chance.
Cowboys. Detroit Lions. Saying, man, that would be interesting.
They need. I mean, the
Um,
Lions need to start thinking about that at some point. But,
right.
yeah, dude. I
Move
mean,
on to defense.
we can talk about the defense. I'll tell you right now, this offensive line. Before we talk about the defense, maybe except Matt Conclaves, but I think he's pretty good too. They might get 5 checks like the Eagles did.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. Quentin Nelson, Golden Domer, know that guy.
He's a big check. Bernard Ryman, big check. Tanner Bortolini, Paisan, and big check. I mean, this team, other than the receivers position, which is a little light in the pants, and Daniel Jones coming off an injury, is not in a bad spot.
Tanner Bortolini, Loki looks like he could be related to you. You guys have a very similar face.
Hell yeah.
Not face, but I don't know.
Hell
I can
yeah.
see it.
That's the Paisan on us.
That's the Paisan.
For what the Colts did, for what the Colts had, their draft was one of the best drafts we saw this year. Their first pick was C.J.
I
Allen.
think so. Yeah,
Yes, dude. C.J. Allen, really highlighted by C.J. Allen and A.J. Halsey. Then you get Jalen Farmer later in the... Dude, this was a great draft. Good job by the Colts. Really, really clap it up for these guys, honestly. But Michael Clemens, Jets great, is on this team.
I can't believe he has a job.
Maybe they're the Super Bowl favorites.
Oh man!
But in all seriousness, this
believe-
team is this front four is pretty solid. Leatu Latu, he's great, and he really came on last year. Forrest Buckner's still a stud. Grover Stewart, JT Muolau, I'll just say Oos. Going into his rookie year here, a very solid player. I mean, I don't think he's going to be like a superstar, but he's very solid. You want him on your team.
Who's this guy with a first name Sauce? That's weird.
That is fun that they listed his Sauce instead of Ahmad, isn't it?
I don't think that it's ever been Ahmad. I think it's always been Sauce.
I mean, at Cincinnati, it was Ahmad.
Are you sure?
Although Roger did say Sauce when they drafted him.
Yeah.
But his first name is Ahmad.
No.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
But no, this secondary. I mean, AJ Halsey, I loved it. I would have been super happy with AJ Halsey.
Same dude.
In the draft, and then Cam Bynum, Travarius Ward, who had a weird injury. Remember that? Remember that concussion he got, like just running into his teammate pre-game? It was like I think it was like some second or third string tight end who got in the mix, in certain packages, but he's like jogging across the field, and Travarius is like doing drills, and I think he was like hip turning, and he hip turns right into this guy and like really does himself in, and is out for like the rest of the season. That was like week 11 or something. He was out like a significant amount of time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, him and Sauce only played like 1 or 2 games together.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And then Sauce got hurt.
Sauce is technically still hurt. He's listed as questionable right now.
Yeah, but it's the preseason. Come on.
Nah,
but
that
like,
guy, he's built like a stick.
He is built like a stick, but like he's really good. But if they can get a healthy season out of Javarius and Sauce, like that's one of the best cornerback duos in the league.
Would you rather have Sauce Gardner or 3 first-round picks? I'm just curious.
Depends on where my team is at.
Wrong. Wrong answer.
If I'm you, yeah, I want 3 first-round picks. If I'm the
If
Colts,
you're the Colts,
and I think I'm contending, I want Sauce Gardner.
all right. I'll take it. No problem.
But no,
No,
I
I
think
kind
this
of do
team
miss them. I'm not
is
gonna lie.
fun and in a good spot. If you're asking me,
Yeah.
I think I would give them the over on whatever the line is. I don't have it in front of me, but I mean, this division is so competitive and tough. I don't even know if they make the playoffs because of that. But I think they'll be a
Yeah,
good
no. And
team.
again, and it's all based on Daniel Jones too, because when he went down, and it wasn't just his fault, right? Like they had other injuries, like you said, even on defense too. But that team just fell apart. This is also going to be interesting from an ownership front office perspective, because again, for the first half of last season, I mean, they looked like they couldn't make a bad decision,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, it was like a flip of a switch. So weird.
I'll say, like, they've been in, especially Chris Ballard, he's been there like a long time at this point in like the typical life cycle of these guys, but I think they have the right guys in place at head coach and GM here. I don't think that's any part of the issue. So I mean that puts you in a really good spot just as a floor.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they go 0-16, just for fun.
Yeah, I mean I don't think they will, but
would be great, man. Would be
fun for
phenomenal.
you.
Would be great. Would be fun for both of us and our channel.
The downfall of Daniel Jones. This is something I in the back of my mind root for. I'll be honest with myself.
Beautiful. That's the perfect way to end off with the with the Colts. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans, another team that you and I can hate watch together.
Big time.
Because of the big time. Speaking
time.
of big,
I mean,
on that
let's start the conversation there. All right. I mean, look, we know head coach Bob
How dare
Saleh.
them? How dare they?
And then John Franklin Myers and Jermaine Johnson. 2 Jets staples for a little bit. Then you go to the other side of town in New York and you see Brian Daboll waddling around. And who's behind him is Wandale Robinson.
You said Waddle, and I was like, oh, that's close. Wandling around.
And Cordell Flott.
Yeah.
I mean, can
this
you get
is
any
brutal.
more New York? They are the New York Titans. Or the Tennessee Giants and Jets, whatever you want to say.
Tennessee Jets, but with a G.
Okay.
Tennessee Jets.
Jets.
Tennessee Jets. I like it.
But
yeah, I can't wait to hate on this team, and it's going to start week 1.
yeah.
Can't wait to spank them. Especially, you saw Bobby was talking smack, dude.
He guarantees a win.
He guaranteed it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Let me tell you something about guaranteeing win.
He is
Okay?
Babe Ruth in his win.
First of all, not Babe Ruth. There's only one person that guarantees
He
wins.
is Matt Hasselbeck his win.
There's one person that gets the guarantee wins.
He is
okay?
Joe Namathing his win. Oh my God, former Jets head coach taking a page out of a Jets legend.
I actually,
for a week
I
one
think
matchup.
I hate him. You ready for this? I think I hate him more than Adam Gase. I do. I think I do. Because Adam Gase, at least in a way, you kind of knew where you were getting. Like I watched that post-hire conference with Nick Saban hyping him up, and I said, this seems too good to be true, right? Peyton Manning was hyping him up. I was like, this doesn't sound right.
Adam Gase.
Yeah. And then it all unfolded the way that it did. I hate Adam Gase because he ruined our chance to keep Sam Darnold. But Bob Saleh, Robbie, gave me so much hope when he got hired and just shit on everything. Just was not good. And I really hope this just flops for him. For Dable, too.
I mean, legendary rant by you there, pal. It's a shame that this clip won't get anything because there are no Titans fans in the world. But I told you almost immediately that Bob Saleh was not the guy. You clung on as a good fan does, but Also, I forget Solomon Thomas, Jet staple for a little bit, but that guy he's just following Bob Saleh since his Niner days. That's all it is.
Michael Carter too. If you care about RB4s, he was a Jet.
Other than the former Jets and Giants, this roster is interesting. It's fun. Cam Ward, obviously, I think he'll take a big step in year two. He's mobile, agile, hostile, but in seriousness, he's a good player. He was great at Miami, great at Washington State. He showed a lot of flashes, especially towards the end of his rookie season, and I think he'll take a next step. Dayball does. I will say Dayball probably will get the most out of him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Got the most out of
Sucks to
Jackson
say,
Dart
but
while he was there. Made people still give him credit for making Josh Allen. I think he does got the most out of Daniel Jones. I think he has a way of getting the most out of quarterbacks, and I don't think Cam Ward will be an exception.
And outside of the hate watch too, I do think that this is a good situation for him specifically because he gets a young quarterback and they have some decent weapons. I mean, their wide receiver core looks pretty dang good. When they signed Calvin Ridley to be their one, it was a little scary, but
Yeah.
now he's their three. I mean, you have Carnell Tate and Wandell Robinson. Like that's a legit staff.
I agree.
And
Well, Carnell Tate, Wandale Robinson, Calvin Ridley, Chimera DK, Elik Aminor, like Iomanor, but this is a really fun receiving core. I kind of feel like it's the Texans a little bit, but like maybe the Walmart brand or the store brand of what the Texans are giving you. So I'm excited and to see where this group does, but I think Carnell Tate is gonna be fucking awesome.
yeah, dude, I've already seen a couple of clips of him and he just looks so good. He looks so good. It's sickening. It's honestly, it's unbelievable how good just Ohio State wide receivers are, in general. And honestly, I know we haven't gotten there yet. We're gonna get there next week. It sounds like, but Mark Harrison. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with him this year. I'd like him.
I want to talk about the Cardinals, so I can't wait for the West. Honestly, when we do that.
Before we move on to Tennessee Titans, I mean, we could talk a little bit about their defense as we touched on it a little bit, and we'll go through their offensive line. But we got to bring it up. I need more Will Levis memes. Did you see the one that just came out recently?
No. There's another one.
Dude,
what is he doing now?
He basically just did the same play, but it was during practice, dude.
Wait, what team is he on? Oh, is he still on? I'm looking at I'm looking at the depth chart, and I completely didn't even see his name. I thought he was out of the league.
He's QB3. He's after Mitchell Trubisky.
I thought he was out of the league.
No. There was a play, a shotgun pass, took a drop step, rolled out to the right, and just like lost his footing, like just slipped and then threw the ball like. Only Will Levis, man. That poor. I mean, I've never seen an individual have the yips.
I mean, honestly, poor. What a guy! What poor guy.
I love the meme of him like. Oh God!
Was that the one where he gave up the pick six to Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
That's so good. And then he did like something similar against the Jets, dude. I'll never like he tried to do the Pat Mahomes like throw from his like diving, and it just went no way. That guy stinks, man. Let's talk about the defense a little bit. JFM is really good. Jeffrey Simmons, really good. Jordan Elliott, I don't really know much about. Jermaine Johnson, overrated. Keldrick Falk is kind of fun. Yeah, he's overrated. But yeah, Cordell Flott. The biggest question for them defensively is going to be their secondary. I don't know about you, but outside of Cordell Flott and even him is like by himself fine. The rest of this looks pretty freaking rough.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you, and maybe this is just me just being a buff like that, but Alontae Taylor, he's exciting. He did a lot in New Orleans, and honestly, I always hated playing him. I was like somehow, some way he came out of nowhere and made a play. Kevin Winston Jr., I'm excited about. Young guy out of Penn State. I think going into his second or third year. Dealing with injuries early in his career, but like that was a guy coming out of the draft. I remember that draft. Like I was like, I hope we get Kevin Winston Jr. somehow, but we took other safeties, and like Joe Shane commits to his guys when he takes them out. I don't know, weird thing he does. Monty Hooker is a very, very solid safety. So I think honestly in the back end I think they'll be just fine. Cordell Flott is my one question, especially as a Giants fan, because like his only like bump year was last year. So, and he just got broken off. Like, can he do it again? I don't know. I wanted to prioritize him as a Giants fan. I wanted him to stay in New York. I think he'll do fine. But it's just like, we've only seen 1 year of production out of you, pal. So, like, you have to do it again for me to really change my mind about you as a player. Although Cody Barton and Anthony Hill as your linebackers, I think it's fun. I think it's kind of what is Anthony Hill going to be. He's a very athletic guy next to a solid player.
I wanted Anthony Hill really bad, dude. He was so good at tackles.
Next to a solid player like Cody Barton, so it's that interesting like combo of like, hey, really, really, really solid. It's almost like Tremaine Edwards and T.J. Edwards in Chicago a couple years ago. But the front four, if it all comes together, and especially if Keldrick Falk can take a big leap in his pass rush production, which I think he's got some traits that can really get him there, then this is gonna be a good defense.
I'm surprised that you didn't mention Tony Adams, like the main pillar of this defense here.
Yeah,
guy's great. I love how just certain shitty players just follow their bad coaches to whatever teams they go to.
Isn't it amazing though how many, like, if you look long enough, how many Jets and Giants you can point out on this roster?
Yeah, I'm shocked that Michael Clemens is not a Titan. Like, if I would have bet the house on anything in this offseason.
Like, I think it's just funny. Like we combined have the absolute most amount of wins of any two teams put together. Or, I'm sorry, losses of any teams put together over the last, like, decade. And you're like, how can I get those guys on my team? How can I do that? So, yeah, and we'll run down the offensive line real quick, and then we'll take a little comment break because we got a couple people asking a couple questions, which are interesting ones. We'll get to it. But Dan Moore, no. I'll pass on him. Peter Skronsky just got broken off. Can't really talk about the Titans without mentioning that. Like, good for him. Very, 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 very good player. I don't think he's like a tier 1 guard, but he's a building block. He's a staple piece. You want him on your team for sure. And he made the transition really, really good at the NFL level. Played left tackle, believe Northwestern, in college, and then transitioned right to guard. And except for his rookie year, where he worked out the kinks, didn't really miss a beat. So huge check there. Austin Schlottman, I think that also might be a former Giant. I can't remember, but I'm gonna give him.
I don't see any stats.
Sam, I'll break it down for you. I might only have Peter Skronsky as a check here.
Yikes.
Cordell Volson, former Bengal. We all know how Joe Burrow's been beat up over the past couple of years. And J.C. Latham has yet to take the step that encourages me. So I really, really might only have Peter Skronsky as a check right now.
Also, a fun depth piece for the Titans is Pat Coogan. I was looking at him from Indiana. He's a center.
Fun, but, well, 7th rounder. So, like, we'll see how that goes.
Pretty much it. Just fun. Another team hoping to go 0-16. That'd be phenomenal.
A hate watch. Big hate watch for us.
Big hate watch. Can't wait. Starts at week 1, folks. Tune in.
All right, quick break. I want to hit Landon's comment here. He said, on my life, Jordan Tyson will be better than Carnell Tate. We're going to talk about Jordan Tyson tonight as well. So it's interesting. But he said, also, in y'all's opinion, who will win Rookie of the Year out of the first round? And then Nathan asks, you think I'll get Amon-Ra St. Brown at 8? Definitely think you can get Amon-Ra at 8. And who would be Rookie of the Year?
Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to be Kenyon Sadiq. Defensive will be David Bailey. Next question.
Very hard for tight ends to be Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Very hard for tight ends that aren't named Kenyon Sadiq, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Jordan Tyson has a real shot. More than Carnell, just because of kind of who's around him. He's playing wide receiver 2, or really like a 1B. And then defensively, Caleb Downs.
He looks so good in preseason.
Did you see him one up CeeDee Lamb?
It's like every day there's a clip of him just clamping him up.
Unbelievable. Hefty Lefty said Kate Klubnik, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think that's a great take.
That was you gotta be careful. You're gonna get harassment warnings. You know.
I think it's a great take.
I missed the take. What was
He
it?
said, "Oh, you're just laughing at the name." His
Yeah.
name's Fat Lefty, Hefty Lefty.
No, a hefty lefty. You said fat and forget it. What was the thing?
He said Kate Klubnik, Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Hell yeah,
Hefty
can't wait.
Lefty's in our fantasy league, by the way, just so you know.
Wonderful. Can't
He
wait.
might take it all.
Nope, that's gonna be me. Anyways,
All right. Anything on your end? That's at least for recent comments. There are some people like a little bit ago, but very recent comments.
yeah, no. Just want to say thanks to Clayton. Clayton got me up to over 1,000 likes. This dude was spamming the like button, so I appreciate you, man.
We are also
he
over
said
1,000
that.
likes.
Awesome, that's phenomenal. His answer is Sonny Styles though, which I could definitely see too. As defense,
he looks great too in the clips coming out of camp.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the NFC South because I'm going to fall asleep any minute now. But just what a mess. What a circus this division is, man. God, who are you going to start with?
Isn't it always?
I think it's one of my favorite parts of the NFL season is just figuring out what's going to happen with the NFC South.
Who do we start with? That is a great question.
I think it's got to be the Bucs because you know what? Let's start with the Bucs because I think the Baker Mayfield situation is interesting. Then we'll go to the Saints because they're probably the closer team to being complete. I'd say they would be my team too for winning this division.
I think the Panthers are going to win this division.
Really?
I was more confident in that before the Nick Scorton injury and before the Chris Brazzell injury, but really more the Nick Scorton injury. But yeah, I think if Bryce Young can play well, I think it's theirs to take.
That's a big if, pal. You know what I mean?
He's played well. He's had like continuous stints of playing well. Now he always comes back down to earth from time to time, but he has continuous stints of playing really well. Do you want to just start with the Panthers? We're already here.
We're already here, but if Aaron Rodgers didn't tear his Achilles, we will win the Super Bowl. Just like for if
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, as long as we're on the same page.
I'll give you that. Did you just want to get that out?
Kind of.
No, I'm excited about this team. I think they're going to be good, man.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I look at the offensive line is a big question considering Icky and Taylor Moton dealing with blood clots in his lungs, but they insulated that a little bit. Monroe Freeling, Rasheed Walker, they made the moves to put themselves in a spot where they knew Icky was going to miss time. They obviously the Taylor news, God bless him, hope everything's okay, but very unexpected, but they still have that contingency plan.
And they drafted Monroe Freeling, who was a good pick, and also, dude, I think my niche has become day 3 Sanders because Sam Hecht is another one.
Sam Hecht, great pick.
Yeah,
great pick, dude.
Man.
I love Sam Hecht. Brady Christensen as a backup, this is a team. This is a rare occurrence in the NFL where we see a team that has offensive line depth.
Yeah.
The receivers, Leggett is going to, again, play that 3 role. Jimmy Horn, I'm very excited by Jimmy Horn. I think he'll get more in the mix this year. You saw him on the Hall of Fame game making some plays.
Yeah, he was good.
Burrow's Offensive Rookie of the Year. And I love, Jalen Coker just got a new deal. I love Jalen Coker. I
like him as well.
Personally, I'm a guy who would take Jalen Coker as his wide receiver too. At this moment in time in their careers, over a guy like Stephon Diggs who just got $12 million from the Commanders.
Interesting.
So I love a healthy Jalen Coker.
And Ted had a great year, so I don't see him taking a step back by any means. Again, the biggest question mark is Bryce Young. What kind of season are we going to get out of him, bro? Even John Mechie. John Mechie was very serviceable as a wide receiver for the Jets with terrible quarterback play.
He's bounced around
So
though, so it's always interesting to see who those bounce around guys, what they do.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, look, he's a rotational piece, right? Like he's going to get in here and there. If somebody gets injured, he's going to get more time.
yeah.
But again, speaking to what you were saying about the offensive line, like even their wide receiver core, like the depth is pretty dang good. Chris Brazil, if he can figure out like how to use his very
Well,
big body,
well, he's injured. He's out for the
speed.
season.
Oh,
Yeah. Which I'll tell
start
you,
studying the books, pal. You
a
know,
front four of not front four, but a top four of Tedero, Jalen Coker, Leggett, and Braswell was going to be fun, dude. And then Jimmy Horn mixing in there somewhere, like. And Braswell was going to be an interesting case study because he's, Tennessee, high pole offense. Those guys don't normally translate to the NFL, but I think he could have. I think people felt really different about him compared to other recent Tennessee receivers.
dude, I really liked him. I really did. And, dude, in Madden franchise, bro, cheat code.
He's massive.
Cheat code.
I think he's like 6'5",
That was so good.
something like that.
Big boy.
If he could have turned it on, you pair him and a fucking massive guy like Tedero back like next to each other, dude. That's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Bryce
Defensively,
Young is the question mark.
yeah, right. For sure. You just don't know what you're gonna get with him. How do you feel about Dave Canales? Before we move on to defense.
Good offensive mind. He did really, really, really good things in Tampa, earning him this head coach job.
If you were gonna stake your life on him, like being the guy for the Panthers, where would you be leaning right now?
I'd be at a 6.
6 towards yes, I'm assuming.
Huh?
6 out of 10, like towards yes, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
your.
yeah. That's
Very fair. I think that's
yeah.
fair.
I mean, look, he made the playoffs. He had a really bad year in his first year, and he came back and scratched and clawed his way into the playoff spot and almost knocked off the Rams, dude. I mean, that game was nuts. That was a Bryce Young staple game.
Yeah.
And, like, it kind of feels like Bryce kind of plays up and down to his competition. Because his sophomore year, that's kind of what happened. He got back in the lineup, and then he played up to the Eagles, played up to the Chiefs, had some flashes in his third year, again, more continuously this time. And then almost knocked off the Rams in the fucking wild card. So, and Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks, I think that's a great 1-2 punch. I think they were very smart not to stake any money into Rico Dowell, knowing they have Jonathan Brooks hopefully healthy this time. And everything out of camp says he looks great.
It's no Brees and Braylon, but it'll do.
Yeah. And the defense is exciting too.
Yeah, their front is
they put all this fucking money on defense. We didn't talk about the defense yet.
I know. Yeah, their defense does look pretty solid. Jalen Phillips is new. Devin Lloyd is new. J.C. Horn is really, really good. Lee Hunter is new. He's a draft guy out of Texas Tech. Dude is massive, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Should be fun, man.
If you're going to put Lee Hunter next to anybody, you're going to put him next to Derrick Brown.
Yeah, 100%. That's a nasty one, too, right there.
Bro. Like, nasty. And then Devin Lloyd.
A lot of weight, bro. That's like a cargo scale that you're going to need for both of them.
Yeah. I'm honestly really, really, as just like a non-biased NFL fan, I'm really pissed about the Nick Scorton news because he's out for the year, I believe torn ACL, and like it was going to be him, Prince Umamialen, Jalen Phillips, Derrick Brown, Lee Hunter. Like, that was going to be such a good pass rush rotation. And then Devin Lloyd, like, working through the junk of it all. Like, that... I was really, really excited about this defense. Still am. But, the Nick Swarton news is definitely a little deflating. And then the back end is just fine. Lathan Ransom, J.C. Horn, Trevon Moehrig, like, Mike Jackson. Very good. Very good team.
Yeah. A better team than I remember for some reason. Now looking at it, I don't think it's a stretch to say that they may be a division winner, but I'm still taking the Bucs. But again, we can be opposites sometimes. We don't always have to be on the same page, even though we are so consistently.
Yeah, no, that's what people look for, dude. They want us to disagree and go at it.
No, we won't do that. We like each other too much.
Like each other.
On our way to Tampa, real estate wise, one of the fastest growing economies and cities in the nation. Just have you guys know.
Oh, sorry,
um,
sorry. Don's in the chat, and he said
I was gonna
he's
say,
he's going off a hefty lefties comment of K Club Nick, and he goes, on Madden 27 franchise right now, K just went for 5,000 yards.
fuck, dude, I want it so bad. Actually, you know what? Screw Madden because I don't know if anybody has noticed this. I certainly did not, and honestly, I'm kind of sick to my stomach sharing this story. I had some reward points from my business credit card, and I told Kara our anniversary was coming up. She was asking me what I wanted. Quick break, sorry. And I told her I was like, I would really just like the new Madden. She says, no, I don't want to buy that for you because then you don't pay attention to me. I was like, Kara, you know that's not true. I want to pay attention to you. But really, that's my hobby. That's what I want to do. Anyways, long story short, I was like, I really don't know if she's going to buy it from me or not, so I'm going to buy it for myself. I realized the other day it was on the PlayStation Store, so I was like, oh my God, this is great. I'm using girl math. I'm like, I have this reward points. I'm going to buy the game, pay all the points. I bought the game for free. This is sick, right?
Yeah.
I buy the game, download it. Kira's out with her grandma, so I got like 2 hours for myself. No distractions. I get to lock in our franchise mode. Kate Klubnik's going to be the guy. You know, they make me wait 3 days so that I can play this game. So I could buy it and download it, but now I have to wait for the game to actually load up because I didn't buy the deluxe edition. It's ridiculous.
It's so ass.
So ass, dude. I went to bed. It was like 9:15.
Yeah,
I was so annoyed.
I would too. That's like night ruin. That's like, okay, what do I do now?
I was it, bro. I put on whatever show. I think I was watching Suits on Peacock, and that was it.
Peacock.
Peacock's the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah,
God,
that's a real bummer. Like you have a night, you have a plan for yourself for the night, and it just goes south too quick, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to bed. I guess I won't even fucking eat dinner. I'll just go right to bed.
It was so high, so low too, because I didn't plan on this the entire day. It was a light bulb by the end. I was like, oh my God, and it worked, and then it didn't. It was brutal. Anyways, not to dampen the mood, let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Speaking about dampening the mood, Baker Mayfield not happy about Tampa right now.
Nope.
Neither is I think he's being a little dramatic. Not gonna lie.
Well, I respect that he's not doing the talks anymore. I mean, I'm a little surprised because it feels like he's probably more involved than the normal player if he's stopping the talks because you would just let your agent do the talking for you. I feel like a guy like Baker probably knows his agent really well and would trust him to do the talking for him in his best interest. So that part's shocking. But if he is involved in the talks and he doesn't want to talk during the season, and he wants to commit totally to football, like I commend that.
No, I'm with him on that. I don't know. Like, do you think they, at his point in his career, like looking for a long-term contract is like, does that really make sense for somebody like Baker? Yeah, I know he's had like a couple good seasons with the Bucs, but I kind of understand.
You give him like another 2-3 years. That's all he's probably looking for. I mean, he was drafted in 2018.
But they offered him. Apparently, Adam Schefter came out and said that they offered him like 2 years, $50 million guaranteed each year. Maybe not guaranteed, but like that was the salary. If that's the case, bro, that's a good contract. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he probably feels like he's played above the 25 a year range. He probably has to be upper 30s at this point to say yes to anything.
Well, and he wants to, I think from what Schefter was saying, at least, he wants to be in the top 10, right? So I'm just going to look up quarterback contracts really quick out of curiosity to see like where he would have to land to be in the top 10. But I tell you, it's not going to be far off.
Like total guaranteed, like top 10 of what?
I think top 10 salary is what I don't know if it was guaranteed or salary, but just in general, right? Like maybe it was per year then. It was 50 per year. So yeah, that's what I meant. So it would be like call it a 2-year $100 million contract.
Yeah, no, he should have took that.
100%. 1, 2, 3,
if that's
4,
truly what was on
5,
the table,
6,
I mean, we'd obviously have
7,
the semantics
8,
of it all, but
9, 10, 11, 12. So if he got 50, right? If they offered him 50, that puts him just over Deshaun Watson. That doesn't count. It puts him just over Daniel Jones. Jalen Hurts is at 51. So he wants to be top 10 technically, would be 53, but he'd be making more than Lamar.
Yeah, dude.
I know that he'd be making more than Lamar and Justin Herbert. I know it's like time of the market and all that, but like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, take your deal and shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he should take the deal, and if that's what the deal was, like for Baker, like he should take the deal and shut up.
And who's to say that? I mean, he said that he didn't like anything of it, but who's to say if the Bucks didn't say, okay, fine, 3 years, 50 mil each? Like,
Oh,
I do take that deal.
yeah, dude. No, I would be flabbergasted if that came across my phone. I'd be like, they did what?
Yeah,
Like that's a lot of money.
yeah.
Like in terms
It's
of quarterbacks, that's
basically
still a
top
lot of
10.
money.
You're closer to the top 10 than you are to the top 16 at that point.
Jason said maybe he wants to go to the Jets.
No, dude, I'm out. I'm only because look, guys. The Jets need a young quarterback. They can't do this bridge thing anymore. And they already have Geno. He looks young enough where he could play another 2 years if he needs to. If we flub on another draft pick, it's not. I'm not doing it.
I will tell you, paying a running back and then going out the next year and getting, and I know we've already talked about this in the money and how it shakes out, but and then going out and paying a free agent quarterback the bag doesn't make sense.
No, absolutely no. There's no way that. I don't even know why that would even be in conversation. To be honest with you, you know. But anyways, the rest of this team looks kind of fun.
Huh?
The rest of this team looks kind of fun.
Yeah, look, Bucky Irving seems to be healthy now. They still have Sean Tucker. They gained Kenneth Gainwell. The receiver core,
so good.
So it's good. You know, I know they lost Mike Evans, but like, and Ted Hurst is a rookie, but like, it's good. It's Jalen McMillan, Tez Johnson, similar players, but like, good, great, good. They're good. I would want them on my team. Chris Godwin, older and injury prone, but like good. And then Emeka is like a stud. Wide receiver one material. He's good. Yeah. He's not just like, you know, like solid. He's good. Like they're good.
Yeah, no, it's a really good team. And again, I think the contract situation with Baker wanting to get paid more is going to light a fire under him. He's that kind of guy. Like any little bit of extra motivation, he's going to use it. So I'd expect to see him slinging it this year. So they're gonna have a fun year. Bro, even Kate Otten, like as a tight end, very serviceable, very solid.
I brought him up because he's in that group of tight ends where because of like scheme and coordinator history, I'm excited about Kate Otten. Not to the point where I think he's going to go off and be like this generational tight end now and have like one of the best fantasy seasons we've ever seen. But like, if you, let's say you need a tight end late in the draft and you missed like the run of the Trey McBrides and the Isaiah Likeleys and the George Kittles and the whoever else you want to put up in that echelon of like worthy tight ends to draft high, or at least take the shot on. Yeah, I would think about Kenya Sadiq. Kate Otten in the later rounds I think might be a steal because of who his coordinator is going to be in Zach Robinson. He took a bit, but like he did figure out Kyle Pitts, and they're different players, obviously, like way different molds. But if he can do something similar with Kate Otten, like he'll have a really good season. And he's always been Baker's security blanket as well.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's go through your offensive line since we're already kind of here with the offense. Tristan Wirfs?
Huge thumbs up.
You sure?
Oh, dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Huge thumbs up. Was that the Mekhi Becton draft?
Stop.
Because I know it wasn't the Andrew Thomas draft. Good. So I'm pretty sure it was the Mekhi Becton draft.
It makes me sick that guy has a Super Bowl ring. Absolutely freaking sick. It's the worst.
Part of an offense that rushed for 2,000 yards.
God.
One player rushed for 2,000 yards. It's great.
The worst.
Ben
Bredesen?
Thumbs up.
Nice.
Graham Barton? Thumbs up.
Like
Cody Mauch? Thumbs up. Luke Gedeke? Thumbs up.
Wow, 5 for 5.
I think they're 5 for 5, personally. I will say, this is the first time I think we have to differentiate 5 out of 5 because the Eagles, Colts, and Bucks are now the 3 teams out of the 16 teams we'll have covered by the end of the night. and Saints might get a 5 out of 5. Personally, we got to see, but personally they might. Um,
Oh shit.
because obviously the Eagles 5 out of 5 is different than the Bucks 5 out of 5, right? Like Mouch and Bredesen and Gedeke are very solid players, and like you're fine with them starting for your offensive line, but they're not Landon Dickerson, they're not Jordan Mailata, they're not like no, what's the other Eagles guard? I'm forgetting the name, but they're not like that 5 out of 5, right? They're a good 5 out of 5, highlighted by Graham Barton and Tristan Wirfs, but they're not like an Eagles 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, flipping over the defensive side of the ball, this is a really exciting front. Like, dude, keep Vita Vea in there because I do think it is just contract talks and he will get paid because he deserves
Yeah, I'll
it.
figure it out.
So I'll keep him in there in this conversation. But like, Vita Vea, A'Shaun Robinson, Ruben Bain, dude, Ruben Bain, like the fact that they got him at 15. He's gonna go stupid. He's gonna go absolutely fucking stupid.
I mean, bro, I'll tell you what. I don't know about you, but I have heard nothing about him in preseason so far. I know that's not necessarily a bad thing, but for somebody that you are really high on, I haven't heard anything about.
No, I've seen fun clips. I've seen fun clips.
All right, I mean,
I think these edges or these linebacker slots were really just edges that they have listed. Is going to get a big shakeup during the season because I think David Walker is going to jump Anthony Nelson here, and they're not really the same. Like again, not really the same player, not built the same, but like I think David Walker is going to see the field. I think Capehart is going to see the field. He was a fun pick that coming out of Clemson that I would have enjoyed if we got him for the Giants. Josiah Trotter, Alex Anzalone, really good linebacker core just off those two names alone. I mean, we'll see what Trotter is.
So
but,
bad,
like,
dude.
I'm excited about it. Like Yaya Diaby as another edge rusher, Al-Kahim Muhammad, great year in Detroit last year. Like we'll see if he can continue on that. And this backfield. I love this back end that they got here.
Every once in a while, I see a name that I really like to think about Iron Eagle saying, and Yaya Diaby is one of them. That's a good one. That's a good Iron Eagle name right there.
He's a great pass rusher. Overall, he's an okay player, but like you let Yaya Diaby, Ruben Bain, Vita Vea, David Walker, Chris Brazel if he sees the field, or Braswell, not Brazel. Don't want to confuse anyone. Pin their ears back and go. Like that's a dangerous front.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
and you still got Antoine Winfield, who's still a top 10 safety.
Their back end is great. I think this defense is going to be good. Headed by Todd Bowles, which I know people are a little out on him. Maybe the game's passing us by, but like a Todd Bowles defense, I think still has teeth. And now it feels like they kind of re-up their depth, re-up their players a little bit. So I think they'll be just fine.
Well, that's my division winner, folks, for the NFC South. Moving on to let's go with the Falcons because I think the Saints are probably the most fun looking team to talk about to round it off. The Falcons, God, this quarterback depth chart just looks brutal, dude. This is rough, man.
It is really bad, isn't it?
Oh my God. Awful. I actually saw a really funny tweet the other day about how the Falcons should pick up Dylan Gabriel and have just a full like bad lefty have a bet. Which, by the way, this is awful representation of lefty quarterbacks. I'll have you guys know when I play in my November touch league, lights out. You don't want to see me on the turf. But the rest of the team is actually like really good. They just need to get They just need to get a quarterback figured out. And Tua's not it. I'll have you guys know. Just spoiler alert for the season. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, he's slated to start, which I thought was interesting. I mean, you're essentially paying neither of them a bunch of money in terms of what quarterbacks make, so they're not really committed to Penix. And they're not going to be committed to Tua. Let's say Tua has a career year. That's not like they're going to commit a bunch of money to him either. they'll chalk that up to more of the OC, I would imagine, and the Stefanski system. Plus, also like you are surrounded by really good players. You know, you have the Robinson brothers right there. Um,
which is so cool, by the way. I didn't
so
realize that they were brothers.
they're not.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's Robinson. I get it, JJ.
Well, it sounded like you believed it for a second. Um, but obviously highlighted by Bijan, who just got broken off. Like good for, and again, well deserving. I mean, the money is the money. APY based off the numbers, he's supposed to be get 22, which I think puts him at the top for running backs right now. We'll see what. Oh no, Jameer got paid. Jameer,
Yeah, Jimmy got paid.
and he what was he 3 for 75, right?
I'll look it up right now.
But that's like these are both extensions. Like these aren't like just new contracts. So the APY is
Right.
interesting. The guarantees shake out in an interesting way. But like they got what they deserved. Um, there's a handful of times you are like dead set supposed to pay running back, and these two guys, as of so far in their career, have proven that they're it. I think Bijan is a better running back than Jameer. I think Jameer is the better home run hitter, and maybe a little more dependent on his situation. I think Bijan is well deserving of what he got paid. And I love Drake London. You know I love Drake London.
I do love Drake though.
That's
Drake
not a
London as
question.
well.
That's,
Yeah, he's very good.
no, I'm very excited by Drake London, but it's the two that I don't know how it's going to shake out. Like it's Zachariah Branch, it's Jahan Dotson, it's Alameda Zacchaeus. Like I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say it, and I said it to you before. I think Zachariah Branch is arguably the best wide receiver out of this entire class.
You did say that. I don't agree, but you know everyone's entitled to their opinion.
No, I'm going out. I mean, this is like the hottest take I'll give.
That's a
We try
limb.
not to be
That's
that.
quite a limb you
We
are going
we
out on.
we try not to be the hot take group, but there's just something about him,
When you
man.
believe, you believe.
There's something he makes me believe. He was a day two pick that I was like, please, bro, please, this guy. He reminds me of like a Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, I think a little more straight line speed than change of direction and quickness that Tyreek
Yeah,
has.
no,
But
he's
I
not
see what you're
as,
saying.
but he's still shifty, bro. Like he still has that in him. I don't know, what to think of Stefanski running this operation. And again, who knows if he's even as high on him as I am from sitting in my bedroom right now. But like if he could be somebody, that's a scary skill set that he has. Is really the point.
Dude, yeah, I think pairing him with a big body like London, um, it's awesome. I mean, I think Zacchaeus kind of fits that take the top off role and that stretch guy. Um, but you know, yeah, I think if you're able to, you get Zachariah on your team. And again, this is another team that was in an interesting position in the draft because they didn't have a first round pick, and they made the most of it with Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell's brother, not getting the chance to play with him, and Zachariah Branch.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Um,
Don't forget Kyle Pitts too, fantasy
who
legend.
also got broken off. But and he is in that group of players where because of the coordinator, I'm excited by him, and then also you add in the fact that he's Kyle Pitts and finally broke out, and hopefully can continue that. I'm really excited about him in fantasy purposes. Stefanski's
Oh, that's
always
gonna be
made the
good.
way, always found a way to make the most out of a tight end. His whole time in Cleveland,
Good point.
and I don't think that's going to change. And he did that from a head coach perspective. It wasn't like he did it as a coordinator and then it fell off when he became head coach on his next team. He did that as a head coach in Cleveland, made the most out of David Njoku, and got the most out of a rookie in Harold Fanning last year, who's very much like a Kyle Pitts. And I think he'll carry that over to Atlanta.
I would like that a lot.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts 1-1. You heard it here first. Let's go through this offensive line.
Jake Matthews is a check. Very dependable.
Okay.
Matthew Bergeron's a check. Ryan Nuzul, I'll pass on. Chris Lindstrom, big old check. He's one of the best guards in the league, without question.
I was gonna say I know that.
Yep. And Jawan Taylor is a pass.
Okay, still at 3 for 5, so we're still good.
It is
Still in a
ass.
good spot.
Yeah, no, still in a
Yeah.
good spot. Something you can hang your hat on and then kind of see where it goes.
Yeah. Defense, Xavier Watts. Love to bring him up as soon as possible. Golden Domer. That guy is so freaking good.
Stud. Him and Billy Bowman, dude, fucking studs.
James Pierce, very good.
He's good, but
Never playing football again.
can he
Actually, who
stay
even
on the
knows?
field is the question.
Yeah,
And that's only highlighted more so because of Javon Walker's season-ending injury. Like an ACL tear in camp is brutal always, but when it's basically half of your pass rush, it really sucks.
yeah.
Like it really, and he was good. Like he was great last year as a rookie, especially.
Dude, he had 17 sacks.
He had 17 sacks.
Yeah, I just looked at it.
Javon Walker had 17 sacks.
Oh, no, no, no. James Pierce. Sorry. I thought we were.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
And no, he had 10 and a half sacks. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. I was a little, I
My
was
bad.
shell shocked for a second. Um, but again,
My
these
bad.
injuries are going to happen. Like it's football, and
Yeah.
it's going to happen. But like it's really highlighted when half of your pass rush is taken away just like that. And they're supposed to grow together. They're supposed to play together, and especially when your other half, like should y'all here is saying in the chat, like James Pierce will probably face a long suspension at some point. I'd be surprised if just because the charges were dropped, the league doesn't step in and do something about this.
Yeah, no, I think I saw something that the estimate was like 8+ games.
I
So
mean,
they're thinking like half a season.
I think it's deserved if everything about him is true, obviously. Um, but also, he had character issues going into this. You knew this. And look, I don't want to give Stefanski and Ian Cunningham too much flack because they did not pick James Pierce, knowing the character issues that he had. Right, it was the prior regime, um, but still, like you knew going into the season that, or going into free agency, like this was an issue. He had character flaws. He had off the field issues, and you can't predict an injury, but now you're down one man and it's not looking great, and now you have to rely on Azeez Ojulari and Cameron Thomas to fill in where Javon Walker has left a hole.
Right.
It's not great. And as much as I love Bates and the Terrell brothers and Watts and Mike Hughes and Billy Bowman, which I think are all individually great players, and then put them together, well, great players. Yeah, most of them are. AJ Terrell, I think, is really good. Jesse Bates is a great player, and I think Watts and Bowman will turn into really, really good players. But like at this point, like they're at least all good players separately. Put them together, they're a great unit. But that doesn't matter if you can't affect the quarterback up front.
Yeah. No,
So
you're 100% correct.
I don't know. I don't know. This defense was really, really exciting, and I'm not saying one player bust the whole thing wide open, but the Falcons kind of put them in a spot where pass rush wise, it does because they fixed it last year by taking both of these rookie edge rushers, and putting them in a spot to accelerate their position as a team in that sense. But then they didn't insulate that, And I know
Yeah.
it's hard, and they do have Braylon Trice coming off injury as well. And I know it's hard because like you didn't have a first round pick, so you couldn't add a blockbuster guy, and you had two new guys coming in, and I didn't really know your cap situation. Um, but you're not paying quarterback. I'm sure you have money to blow. Go get an edge rusher. Like you should have done what the Eagles did and get Jonathan Grenard for a third round pick and some extra money.
Or Joseph Asai.
Yeah, or honestly, like so some guys would just give you some juice for a year.
Yeah.
So
It's also going to be interesting too. I want to see how quick Stefanski can adjust. Again, the division itself, I think, is really winnable. I mean, we joke about it, but it's very true. So if he can get some decent quarterback play, and who knows what this front looks like,
yeah,
their secondary is set up pretty decently well. Just those two key pieces, which obviously are you'd argue the two biggest pieces.
huge. They're huge.
When yeah, it's
I mean,
it's the two most important pieces when
they're
building
so
a football squad.
they are the two biggest markets. Those positions alone are the two biggest markets in the NFL: quarterback and edge rusher.
Yeah, and it's where they lack the most. So it's gonna be really interesting. If they can piece it together, you can make the argument this is a playoff team just because of the nature of their division. But I don't know if I'd bet my life on it.
No, I
you know.
wouldn't either. I don't know if I would either. Um,
Let's move on to our last team of the night. If you guys have made it this far, thank you for watching.
yeah. Thank you for all
Hope
the
you guys are
likes,
enjoying.
for the
I was gonna
engagement.
say thank you for the likes, and if you have made it this far, that means maybe you kind of enjoyed listening to us two guys yap about football a little bit. You should hit that follow button so that we stay together and you can chat more with
And
us.
we will be doing fantasy content, guys. I promise you. I know that's what a lot of you are waiting on. I know. I see the numbers. I'm sure Sammy sees the numbers as well. We get a lot of juice when we do that. These long shows covering teams individually aren't always everybody's shtick. Um, we will be doing fantasy stuff. Don't worry. We love that stuff too. Do we have a date in mind for the draft? No, Jaden. I always like to, Sammy. We get quick pause because this is about our league. Jaden's in our league here. I like to do my stuff around Labor Day. I might be in too many drafts at this point to save them all for Labor Day.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it too far removed from that either. I don't want injuries to affect the league in any sense. So I'm really open to what's working for everybody. We haven't really talked as a group yet. We'll send the link out, get everyone in, and then do it in the chat. But close to around maybe a little before Labor Day, I'd say, Jaden. Thank you, Will. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll get that squared away once JJ and I come up with the details for all, and then we'll send out some suggestions and whatnot, figure it out. But I do agree, close to Labor Day would be great. So this way we have, we know who's injured, who's not, and
Who's
whatnot.
injured, knows not. Yeah, because you would hate to pick, and I don't want to put anything out there, but you'd hate your first round pick or second round pick, and then the next day there's a preseason game and it just goes south.
The worst, bro. I've been there. I know what it's like.
I've done that ever since Jordan Nelson got hurt in the preseason.
Oof.
You remember when he tore his ACL?
Yeah, that was brutal.
Ever since that, I stopped drafting before Labor Day.
Yeah.
So, but let's close it out. New Orleans Saints.
Close it out. New Orleans Saints. I'll be honest with you, man. I've been just quick glance at it before we go through individually, but I kind of like this team. I can see this team taking it. Tyler Shuck played really well for a rookie year. So if he could repeat and obviously, take a step forward from what he did last year, that would be huge for this team because the rest of their at least what's it called? Their skilled personnel is like pretty decent. Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara. I know he's a little bit older still, but he's still Alvin Kamara. Chris Olave, Jordan Tyson looks really solid. Barry Brown has some upside to him. And Juwan Johnson, like this is a pretty even Noah Fant, like as a backup for him. Huh?
So look at you with a Barry and Brown pull.
I know me some Barry and Brown, brother. I'm looking at you.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
I know skill guys. I know skill guys better than the Thickums. Hopefully that doesn't get me flagged. Okay.
That shouldn't get you flagged. I'm happy you've learned.
We're gonna see. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to come up with different nicknames that are maybe a little bit more under the radar. But yeah, this is a decent offense.
It's exciting, very very all around. It's a young, exciting team. I feel for the most part. Defensively, you might have more of a higher age average than you would on the offensive side of the ball, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They're also not that old. I mean, Sanker, Riley, Blackman, Reed. Justin Reed maybe a little on the other side, but except for Justin Reed, this is a very young secondary, and they're all solid players and guys that you would put a stake into and would place a bet on to become a pretty solid player going forward.
Dude, Cam Jordan's another one. Like, guy just doesn't stop playing good football.
No, but he should at this point. He does not have the same juice.
No, he doesn't. But that's what I mean. Like, he's still a very serviceable vet.
Yeah, and even the backups. There's some interesting names in there. Unfortunately, Brian Brescia out for the year with an injury. NFC South.
He had 10.5 sacks last year.
I'm sure. I'm sure he did. Good for him, but
is that not good? I'm sorry.
I'm not saying it's not good, but I'd love to see his grade and win rate and pressure rate and pressure numbers, and I don't. At this point, he's probably like a God. What's his name? He's on the Patriots now. He was on the Titans. Harold. I forget his name. Harold something the third. And he's a cleanup guy. He's a cleanup sack guy. He's an effort sack guy. He gets there late because of coverage and makes the most of it. And Harold Landry, thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Like
I
that's
think you're being a little bit harsh to Cam Jordan right now, who's 37 and still had a double-digit
that's
sack
why I'm
season.
saying that. Cam Jordan was a fantastic player and probably deserves a conversation about the Hall of Fame as an edge rusher or 3-4 defensive end or whatever we want to call him. But at this point, no. Hang it up. It took them forever to re-sign him. Forever. I'm not, that's not hyperbole. Like, it took them a very long time to re-sign Cam Jordan. Not because he was
47
old in
tackles.
retirement. He wanted to come back. They didn't want to give him the money for it.
47 tackles, 32 of them solo, 10.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. It's a pretty good stat line, man, for being 37.
Don't let the numbers get you now.
I get it. I'm just saying, you know?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
other than that, it's a fun team. You know, I think the defense, a little hodgepodge here, except for the back end. But Chase Young is looking like Chase Young again.
Makes me excited.
Makes me excited.
Yeah.
So I think the team could be good. I think the excitement is more on the offensive side of the ball, personally. Rightfully so.
I agree.
But that's no reason to knock this team in any sense. So I think they could not easily, but I think they could win a division. I wouldn't, they wouldn't be my first bet, but I think if Tyler Shuck, just like Cam Ward, just like Jackson Dart, can take a second step in their rookie year after a promising and flash-ridden rookie year, then they'll be in a good spot, like a really good spot.
We've so far really only went through one team, which is probably the Dolphins, that really looks bad. But the rest of these teams have actually looked fairly decent, like even the Saints right now, could they? I think based on what we're seeing on paper, like how you said, they could win the division. They're not my first choice. They're not my second choice. But if all goes well, yeah, this team, especially their offense, like you said, is actually like pretty freaking good. I'm very excited to see what Jordan Tyson is. Chris Olave just got paid. We already know what he's going to be. He's great. Just please keep him away from the hospital balls in all seriousness, Tyler Shuck. But I'm very excited to see what Jordan Tyson becomes, especially with the not injury rumors per se, but his draft stock fell a little bit because he was expected to be. Actually, it really didn't even fall that much, but he arguably would have been first wide receiver off the board, maybe even first non-quarterback off the board if it wasn't for his injury history.
Jordan Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have saw that for sure. I don't think that's a bad take at all.
No. Which, if I'm a Saints fan, dude, the fact that like he fell to them at that point is, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I think that's kind of the spot where you start going, all right, maybe he's a wide receiver too, but I think that's worthy of capital to spend on a guy that might just play wide receiver too. But also we've seen at this point so many teams that you not need, but it goes a long way to have a duo like that. And it really pays off. The Cowboys now, the Dolphins when they had Waddle and Hill,
Right.
the Bengals, obviously, the Eagles with AJ and Devontae Smith. Like it can go a long way. It really can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see them get another wide receiver. I know that there's probably
Don't
other
sleep on
holes that
Vele
could
and
be
Tipton,
filled.
man. Don't.
I'm gonna go to sleep soon.
Don't.
And
Bryce Lance either. That guy can stretch the field. I'm telling you, that's a rotation for a 3 and 4 spot.
I feel like you're joking with me right now.
I'm not.
All right. Okay.
Vele and Tipton gets a lot of Saints fans excited.
Yeah.
Now they might be the Jalen Hyatt version of the Saints, but I don't think they are. I don't think that's perception on them.
There are no AD Mitchell. I'll tell you that. Go through your offensive line,
If
and
AD
then
Mitchell crashes and burns this year, man, you will
he's
be
not.
so
Man, he's
bummed.
not. He's not going to. I'm telling you, he's going to be so good.
All right, Kelvin Banks is a huge thumbs up. He is basically he gets the same love Armand Membu gets. Like
Yeah, I was
he
going to
was
say if offensive rookie of the year awards weren't so biased, and even defensive, no, more offensive, they weren't so biased against the offensive line. Either one of them probably would have made a run for it.
yeah, he came out of the gates hot, just like Membo. Like,
Right.
and boy, I mean, I shouldn't even brought him up. I love Armand Membo, man. I could talk about that guy all day. What a guy! What a fucking player!
Stop, man. No, I can't believe I won Tyler Warren at one point.
Did
I'm
you
so
did
I'm
you
so
see the
glad.
clip of that reporter asking Olu after practice that like, hey, like you guys talk about how like it's important that you take pride and know how important it is to have two cornerstones to tackle, and he's like, we talk about it all the time.
No, that's great.
It's
Though.
great,
That's really
right?
fun.
But getting
Yeah,
back to it, Kelvin Banks thumbs up.
yeah.
David Edwards thumbs up. Had a great season for Buffalo last year. Eric McCoy thumbs up. Cesar Ruiz, I will pass on. He's serviceable, um, but overall, like again, I think it's one of those spots where who was it earlier that I was talking about? What team was it earlier? Was it Jacksonville? It was Jacksonville, where it's you'll have him in your starting lineup, but you know you can do better. Again, I think now it's too late in the cycle to get a player like that,
Mm.
but he's been there a while. They paid him at one point. I guess they really like him. But in the conversation of like good good to great to bad to whatever tier guards, I will pass on Cesar Ruiz. And Talise Fuanga, I will give a check to. So they're in a good spot. 4 out of 5.
I like that.
Yeah.
As we said, man, the Saints could make some noise this year. Could be a fun team to shake things up, especially in a division that maybe isn't wide open, but is pretty open. Open, you
Open
know,
for sure.
open for
And they
sure.
can make some noise. And that's me as a Giants fan saying that. Remember, everyone, little rivalry the Giants and Saints have for some
Yeah,
reason.
that's so stupid.
I think you guys can be pretty solid.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, good for Tyler Shock too, because everybody wrote him off because of that awful combine throw. Um, but it's still, yeah, still really bad. That should have been a Will Levis throw for sure. But he is. I'm excited to see what he looks like with the full season.
Me too. Absolutely, me too.
And Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
But all right, that was
That wraps
fun.
it up.
Wraps it
Guys,
up, man.
we will be doing fantasy stuff. I know that's what everyone wants right now. But once the games start going, the preseason games start going, we're going to be happy that we have these to go back to and compare to once the season gets going. And, see what our priors do versus the then and now. But soon we will be doing some fantasy stuff, some live Q&As, and I know you guys are going to love that because you've been sticking with us this whole time. So, Sam, close us out.
That's right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, as we always say, we're just two dudes that love talking football. So for anybody who shares any bit of time with us, we're super, super grateful. And if you've made it along this far with us and you've been sharing the likes all night, thank you very much for that. Please make sure that you follow this way when we go live. And JJ's been doing a hell of a job of putting out a bunch of these clips for us from these episodes too. So you get the chance to see us lives and run it back and see the clips from episodes like this. We'd really appreciate your follow. But until then, you have yourselves a great night. We're only a few weeks away from NFL, baby. We're getting there. That's pretty much it. Have a good night.
Yeah. See you, brother. Good night, guys.
See you guys.